up calling the local police in my area, and I end up having to come in, tell my side of the story, tell what happened, and because of the fact that I paid the smaller amount of money back, and because of the fact that it was my bank account, the bank just wanted, they said, the police told me the bank just wanted their money back. They didn't want me to be locked up. They just wanted their money back. I went home. I told my mother what was going on. My mom was like, "Oh no, this bank gonna talk to me today. They gonna talk to me. They won't talk to you. They won't let the manager call you back. You've been calling and calling and calling, and the manager will not call you back. The manager won't. Every time you call, the manager ain't never in." She said she gonna let me speak to a manager today. So she called the woman, and the woman was like, "Well, she got to talk to the manager." And mama said, "Well, if you been calling and calling and calling, then all you ever hear is, I got to talk to the manager. I got to talk to the manager." She was like, "How many times do I have to call in to say for somebody to tell me I got to talk to the manager? I know I got to talk to the manager. I want to know, what do I do about getting a hold of this manager?" Well, she's on the call right now. Can she call you back? No. I'll hold on. I'll wait. Exactly what my mom said. I'll hold on. I'll wait. She came back where the manager said she'll call you back. No, I'll wait. As of when, how long it's gonna be before she call. She needs to do whatever she need to do, cause I'll wait. Well, ma'am, she getting ready to go to lunch. She said, no, she better talk to me before she go to lunch, because if she can't talk to me, I need to talk to somebody over her head. Who is over her? Who do I call that's over her to talk to? And they was like, well, ma'am, my manager say if your daughter ain't got no job, they not going to talk to her about making no payment plan anyway. So, she can just cancel that. And they was like, hold up. How y'all know my daughter ain't got no job? My daughter just had a job. They laid her off on her job. But she said during the time she was working, she was trying to get a hold of y'all. Y'all would not talk to her. Well, we just know she ain't got no job, and because she ain't got no job, he said, well, if you know she ain't got no job, how you expect to get your money back from a person who ain't got no job? And then he said, y'all want her locked up, but then if y'all lock her up, do y'all know y'all ain't gonna get y'all money back, right? If y'all lock her up, y'all ain't gonna get y'all money. Because ain't no way my daughter going to jail and y'all want y'all money at the same time. It's not gonna be possible. Even the law can tell you that when she get out of jail, that y'all ain't getting y'all money back. Well, we asking for the maximum sentence, because if we can't get our money back, we want the max. And she was like, that ain't y'all choice to choose. That's up to y'all lawyer to fight for her to get the maximum, but that ain't for y'all to choose. It's whatever she get. And he was like, the judge decides that. Y'all don't decide that. Y'all might go in and say, well, we asking for the maximum sentence. If she has to go get locked up tomorrow morning, she said she's getting out. Because the police said that they gonna sit down with y'all and make up a payment plan. And if she was to go to jail, he said if she still had her job and she was to go to jail, she would have lost her job anyway. So what would be the difference? Well, we would have made a payment plan with her so she wouldn't lose her job. You think a job wouldn't catch on to the fact that she said it's not y'all place to decide what. He said, no, let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna work something out with us, her parents, and decide whether y'all gonna, because he said, my husband has a job. He has a done good job. He said, y'all gonna work something out with us where we can pay the money back on her behalf. He said, because ain't no way y'all gonna sit here and tell me y'all gonna not work nothing out with my daughter, but y'all telling the police y'all just want y'all money back. Y'all was come up with a payment plan, but then y'all telling me y'all can't do a payment plan with a non-working person. I'm saying, let me speak to your manager. You don't even want to talk. You don't want to even give me to your manager. You don't even want me to talk to her. You saying that the manager said ain't no need to talk to my daughter because she ain't got no job. Ain't no need to work nothing out with her. He said either y'all want her in jail, y'all want y'all money. Can't get both. So they decided that my dad could come and get a loan on my behalf because they wouldn't do a payment plan with him because it's not his account. So they would do a payment plan with me, but because I'm a non-working person, they didn't want that. So what they were saying is he get a loan and deposit the money, get along with that with my bank, deposit the money in my bank account, and my bank account stay closed until I'm able to pay the $20 fee that I owe. And so my parents went to their bank because my bank interest fees was so high. They went to their bank and got a $5,000 loan. And because with my bank, they got the exact amount of money that they needed on the loan that I owed back. It was $4,900 and something dollars or whatever. And they sent that to my bank. And they put that in my bank account. And my bank account was still closed because, like I said, I owed $20. But my parents went to their bank, took out a $5,000 loan, and just paid off what they owed to my bank. And because they had an account with my bank as well, but that was only to pay their car insurance. Their car payment. That was only to pay their car payments. They only pay their car payments. And so they was able to put the money in their account and transfer it to my account since they already had an account with my bank. But they didn't want a loan with my bank because they had another bank account that fees were way lower than mine because of their good credit. Their fees were so low with their bank. With my bank, it didn't matter. You had to pay those high fees. And most people tell you it's a difference between banks and credit union. Credit union fees are higher, even though when it comes down to a loan, their fees are higher, even though their overdrafts are cheap. To start a bank account is cheap. Their loan fees are higher. Like you get a mortgage loan, a car loan, you get a miscellaneous loan, it's higher. So they had to get a miscellaneous loan and the fees was high. So they went to their bank, got the loan, paid off the loan with my bank, and they had to pay a little over $5,000 back to their bank. My parents told me, whenever you have it, just pay it to us. We understand. Y'all, it's something horrible to go through. Because when you had to go to that police station and you thinking you had to turn yourself in for something that really wasn't your fault, people just doing dumb, people taking advantage of you. It's just people taking advantage of you. We have to step ahead of everybody in this world. Even if we think we ain't a step ahead, question everything we do. Ask yourself 5 questions. Do it sound right? 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 Then you ask yourself 5 more questions. If I do this, how much trouble will I get in? if I help this person out, or if I do what this person say, how much trouble will I get in? Now, if you know it's a scam and you do it and you think, oh, lottie-dottie, that's on you. But what I'm saying is be smart about things. Do not do things that just don't sound right. That iTunes thing, that ain't never sound right to me. Because how you going to tell me? I done had people to call me and tell me, well, I got this sweepstakes you done won, and I'll send you your money if you get me a $50 iTunes card for the fees. That the $50 on the iTunes card will be your fees to transfer the money to you. Sorry, I don't pay international online lottery, so why is you calling me? This man called me for some years to get me to get this money, as long as I get an iTunes card. I told him no. I kept saying no. No. Because it didn't sound right to me. After what I've been through, I just did not want to go through that again. I did not want to be scammed again. Y'all, I'm finna go to work. But like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I have 2 subscribers. Thank y'all for subscribing. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And just let people know to watch out for these scammers. They're getting worse. They're not getting better. They're getting worse. You would think from 2005 to 2018, it probably would have got better. It didn't got worse, y'all. They finding different ways of scamming y'all. They know people catching on to the money order, check fraud. They on Craigslist. They be on other job websites. Be careful what you do. If anybody say they got a house for rent, but you they gonna be in wherever. They can say they in Utah and you in a whole nother state, and they tell you send us this money order, send us a deposit in the first month rent, we'll send you the keys to the house. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a scam. You go to that house, you go to check out that house. That house won't be for rent. They say it's been people went and knocked on the door, and the people say, I've been living here. I own my home. What you mean my house for rent? So be careful what you do on these websites. Just be careful. I just wanted to let people know, even though there's people going to jail for things that had nothing to do with them, you do not want people. Sometimes they find in houses that are empty houses, but maybe they're people trying to sell their house, and you don't need to be trying to move in a house that somebody might have beaten, got their house up for sale, and you thinking, well, maybe they tried to sell the house. Maybe the landlord gonna come and take the for sale sign down. You tell the landlord, you email the landlord and say, well, it's a for sale sign up. They telling you to take it down, and you done moved on in the house because some kind of way they done figured out how to give you a key to the house, and you moving in somebody's house that's for sale. He said, be careful what you do in this world. You need to put yourself in a predicament where you end up homeless. Because that's the case where you're going to end up homeless. You don't need to put yourself in a predicament where you're going to go to jail. You don't need to put yourself in no bad situation. Be careful what y'all do. Be careful what y'all do. Peace and love and happiness to all. Have a nice Thanksgiving. I don't think I'll be posting till after Thanksgiving. I just want to let y'all know what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for God, number 1. And number 2, I'm thankful for all my family and my friends. And if you're going to subscribe, I'm so thankful for you. Bye. The bank ended up calling my local. Excuse me, y'all, my pad cut off. But what I was saying is people who don't make a whole lot of money, they gonna do other little scams on you. Like I said, they do the iTunes card scam. If somebody asks you to send them an iTunes card number where you done bought 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, $100 on an iTunes card. Do not do it. They can get that iTunes card number. And all they need is the number. And they can get like a refund on the iTunes card. And that iTunes card will come up as used on your end, but on their end it's like a refund that they did, and they got the money. They got the money for it. You might have bought it with your card, but it's not gonna go back on your card. It's gonna go. The money gonna go to them because they know how. Scammers know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Don't want to learn how to do it. Not going to scam nobody that way. Most of the time, people in foreign countries do it because it's easier for them to do it and get away with it. But if anybody else tell you, buy a $50 iTunes card, I'll send you $1,000, or I'll send you $100, or I'll buy a $30 iTunes card, we'll be able to refund you your money on Cash App. A lot of people been calling that number on the back of their Cash App card. Do not call the number on the back of your Cash App card. If you have a Cash App card and you have a problem with Cash App, go to your Cash App and email them. If you can't email them from the Cash App email, go and find out their email address and email them to get them to give you. Never call that number on the back of the card. Some kind of way, that number is a scam number. I don't know how the original Cash App don't know this, but it's a scam number. Whoever they dealing with to print out their cards, they don't realize that they printed a scam number on the card. Instead of printing their number, they printing scam numbers on the card. And foreign people, you'll get an Indian man or woman on the phone, and they'll tell you to go buy iTunes. All they doing is making money off y'all people calling in, getting y'all account numbers off y'all account, and being able to withdraw all your money in the bank. If you got a bank account with Cash App, make sure that if you ever call that number by mistake, because you may not remember what I say. If you ever call that number, go to your bank, close out that bank account. Immediately go to your bank and close out your bank account. The reason why I say that is because y'all will be out of y'all money. And ain't nothing your bank can do at that point because they overseas. They can't get the money back. You can make a claim with your bank. By that time, they probably done withdraw all your money out the bank. And for y'all going on these dating websites, let me tell y'all, I was on this site. This man emailed me. I'm like, why is this man emailing me? You know what I'm saying? You can send me a message from the site. Why you got to email me? How is you emailing me? Don't know how he emailed me, but he knew because my email address did not show up on the site. I don't have my stuff where it can show up. My personal information where it can show up. Some kind of way, he emailed me. And he was telling me that he saw my profile. And his profile name came up in the email. So I went and he had a profile. I saw this man profile and everything. But long story short is, he eventually started asking me for my account number. I already knew that was a no-no. You just not getting my bank account number. What you need my bank account number for? He said he needed my bank account number in order to start sending me money, because he wants to send me money. He wants to take care of me. He wants to be my sugar daddy. I told him that's all right. I don't need all that. I told him I don't have a bank account. I told him if I had a bank account, I would not send anybody no. He told me that was the only way he was going to be able to send me money. He kept emailing me. Y'all, I sent him, y'all can't see anything on here. I seen him do this. Anybody know what this is? Y'all can't see my personal information. Y'all know what this is? You see it say NetSpend. I sent him the bank information off here. And I don't use this card. This card has no money on it, has no personal information going to this bank. Other than my address, they don't know who I am. I have no personal information tied to this bank. How he was able to knew that was not a regular bank. But you can look that bank up, but we can't just go and say we want a bank account with that bank. You have to go through NetSpend in order to bank with them. Basically, he told me he needed a regular bank. I wasn't finna give you my regular bank, nothing. I'm not banking with you like that. I just did that to see how far he was gonna take it, to see if he knew. See if he could catch on to that was just a little call. I told him, that's what I deal with. If you want to send me some money through them. That's who I deal with. He told me he can't send money. Got to be a regular bank. You ain't getting no regular bank from me. I was going to send him a bank account that I had been closed down for a couple of years now. But then I said, no, I wasn't even going to follow him up. I'm done with the situation. I told him I'm done. Leave me alone. Do not text me. This man just recently started texting me, telling me he need my bank account information. So I was real with him this time. I just went on here and blank. Completely told him, you're not getting my bank account information. I'm not sending nobody my bank account information. How stupid do you think I am? He never responded back. I responded back. So now you know. So now I know you done. And he was like, why would I respond to you after what you said? I said, either I'll be honest or I'm going to lie. And ain't no need to lie to you, because you ain't nobody I need to be lying to. I'm going to be honest. You ain't getting no personal information of mine. If you can't send me some money some kind of other way, I don't need money from you. I wasn't asking you for money. You told me you was going to send me money. I told you how to send the money. You said you needed a bank account. You're never going to get a bank account number from me. So don't even try it. Why do people think you stupid enough to send a bank account number? All these videos and research you can do on these websites, they tell you do not give your bank account information to anybody. It's too much stuff out here nowadays telling you do not give your bank account information to anybody. And most people might think, well, you've been scammed before, so that's why you know. No. Before you go on these dating websites, please go to Google and Google dating websites. Google finding a man on a dating website. Google finding a sugar daddy on a dating website. They'll tell you do not give them your bank account information. Give them a Google link. Go on Google, not a Google link. They can send money through Google as well. They can send money through Facebook. They can send money to you through PayPal, Cash App. It's something called Venmo. They can send money through you all kind of ways without having to have your bank account information. This man even explained to me how he needed me to go get him an iTunes card and send him money. To send him the iTunes card and he'll send me $1,000. The second time around, he talking about he wanted to send me $2,000 if I give him my bank account information. No. He said, well, my accountant told me that he needs your bank account information in order to send you the money. I said, your accountant ain't got to send me no money. You can send the money through PayPal. And he was like, he was not gonna do it. He leaves his affairs up to his accountant. But I don't need you to scam me out my money. I don't need you to do that. I was like, be careful, be careful. I said, I didn't even heard people say, oh, they gonna go on eBay and tell people they got a mystery box, make them pay $50,000 for this mystery box, and send them a box of nothing. Really? Really? You think somebody who get this big ass box full of nothing ain't gonna realize there ain't nothing in there? What, you gonna go outside and get some bricks? You gonna find some bricks to put in there, some dirt to put in there? I mean, like, really, dude? If people paying $50,000, you think they ain't gonna try to get their $50,000 back? You think they ain't gonna go to eBay to get their $50,000 back? You think they ain't gonna have a lawsuit? I said, now, I don't know how true it is, but that man has a video on Facebook. I guess he do it on YouTube, where he actually buy these boxes that cost $10 and $15 and even up to $50,000. And these boxes have some cheap stuff, some expensive stuff in it. But you think I'm gonna go and pay $50,000 for a box of nothing? That's a dead giveaway right there. Once I get the box, I'm gonna try to send the box back. I'm gonna return. I'm gonna do a return. Get a return. And eBay gonna give you eBay gonna give you your money back. Once you do a return, eBay gonna give you your money back. So eBay gonna be looking for that money from you. So you gonna have to give them their money back. So my point for saying is just be careful what y'all do on the internet. Be careful how y'all throwing y'all information around, because y'all, I still ain't tell y'all how I almost went to jail though. But the point is after the bank would not contact me, the manager would not contact me back. Mind you now, at this point I got no money. So I really got no way of, because I ended up getting some of the money back. The smaller amount of money, even though I sent it first, I was able to get that money back and give it back to the bank, because the bank wanted their money back. But the bigger amount of money, I wasn't able to get it back. Like I said, they must have been checking Western Union to see if some money came in under that particular name they was using, and they was able to get the money and do whatever they want to do with it. I had already contacted them, telling them that I was not able to send any more money. I would not be receiving any more money, because the bank wanted the money back that I had sent y'all. By that time, I had picked up the smaller amount of money and got that back. The bigger amount of money, they would not send any of that money back. They would not contact me back. They would not say anything to me. They would not. as I kind of suspected they wouldn't. I just wanted them to know that they was caught up. My parents told me I was wrong for that because FedEx was trying to investigate them. FedEx didn't tell me that when I talked to FedEx on the phone. It was like somebody called them and let them know that I received fraudulent money orders and that they told me good luck on trying to handle the situation. They didn't really but my mom was trying to tell me that they was investigating the situation and that the situation they would have been caught up in Africa if I hadn't contacted them. But let me tell you something. UPS, I done heard this from somebody else. UPS, FedEx, all of them are not going to hunt those people down in Africa. They is not investigating those people. If they do it again, that's on you. That's on you. You fall for the scam after you see this video. If you watching this video and you never went through that scam and you end up falling for some kind of scam similar to this, that's on you. UPS and FedEx are not going to do anything to help you get your money back. It's on you at that point. It's your money. Because your bank account going to be cleaned out. And you got to pay back the money that you got from the scam. It's people doing check scams the same way. They'll send you a check under a real company, and when that company realizes that somebody done cashed this big old behind check out of their bank account, they go and report that check to be fraudulent or fake. And what they start doing is they get those checks, they cancel those checks, and you end up having to pay the money back. So just be careful what you do. I even know some people say, open up a bank account today and you can get $5,000 tomorrow. Ask yourself how you going to get $5,000 to appear in your bank account tomorrow. That's a scam. And I had a friend. She was helping some people out by watching their teenage daughter. Their teenage daughter, because she thought she was grown, she went out there, was dealing with the wrong type of people. I told her, you watching this person's child, regardless of whether she's a teenager or not. She's in your care. They looking at you. They gonna hold you accountable because you're the adult. They gonna hold you accountable if she get caught up. The girl kept saying, I ain't got nothing to do with it. So the teenager overheard her on the phone with her friend, and her friend saying she had money to, buy her children the things her children needed. She had 3 kids and she had the money to do anything for her kids. She was like, well, let me talk to her. So some kind of way she talked to the girl, and because I remember my friend was like, no, I'm not getting her involved in your stuff. So she ended up talking to the girl anyway. The girl got the $5,000, and then months later, the girl got caught up. The bank, she said somebody at the bank was wanting their money back. They wanted that $5,000 back. She didn't have it. She withdrew it all out the bank. Like she was going to the bank and she just withdrew it all out of the bank. Little by little till it was gone. She's spending it, buying her children what they needed and wanted. Because she was into wearing KDs and all these name brands. The money was gone. With me, after the bank tried to contact me about the money, and I contacted them back, and they, excuse me, y'all, I had talked to my son for a minute. But what I was saying was, when she explained to me her story about her friend stealing the money was from the post office and tried to cash them without activate. Well, you can't activate them unless they pay for them. So her jaw would have came up short, but so she just took them and thought that she could type up the amount on them and try to cash them some kind of way. And these look like U.S. money orders, not these little gas station or CVS or Western Union money orders. These were like money orders, like U.S. Postal Service money orders. And she was like, they look real. You can do what you want to do with them. She was like, I don't know anything. I hadn't heard anything about anybody scamming anybody. So you do as you will. When the man started calling me about the money, and I was telling him the bank had to hold on to it because there was a lot of money, they had to make sure that everything cleared first. He was like, all right, okay. Instead of, he was like type person who could fake it real good to the point where you didn't even hear the hesitation in his voice. You didn't hear where he was starting to get like worried that he was gonna get caught up, because he knew he wasn't gonna get caught up. It was gonna be me to get caught up, so he wasn't scared at all. So like I said, I went and cashed the bigger amount of money orders, took it to the Western Union place, and Western Union it to him. Next thing you know is I held on to the small amount of money. No, it was the bigger amount of money. I held on to the bigger amount of money. I sent the smaller amount of money. But when I sent the smaller amount of money, I didn't contact nobody. I didn't contact anybody. I didn't tell anybody nothing. Then I was explaining it. One day my mom was saying, oh, you need to get a job, da 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 da. So I was telling her I got a job and this is what I'm going to be doing. My dad said that didn't sound right when she went and told my dad about it. Some just didn't sound right. But they weren't sure. They weren't positive. And because they wasn't sure and positive, they said they was going to look into some things to hold on. Don't send any more money. Just hold on. Because they wasn't sure. They wasn't positive. This man called me again and told me he needed his money. I never mentioned to him that I sent any money. I guess he was going to his local Western Union and he was checking. So what had happened is I went on ahead and sent him the rest of the money. Never told him I sent the money. I just went and sent the money. So I was like, when my parents found out, my mom was like, you still got the rest of that money. You better hope you can get that money back. Next thing I know, these FedEx people was contacting me. And they was telling me what was going on. And they was like, I hope you can get your money back. So then about 2 weeks later, the bank came knocking at the door. I didn't open the door when they came. By the time I got to the door, they was gone. They had left a little card. And I called the woman. The woman said, you got to talk to my supervisor. I called her for weeks, y'all. For weeks and weeks and weeks. She would never let me talk to the supervisor. She just said, you got to call with my supervisor in. You got to talk to my supervisor. You need to talk to my supervisor. And one day I asked her, I said, when would the supervisor be in? Oh, my supervisor will be in later on the day. Well, the bank is open from 9 to 5, but your supervisor ain't never in. And this wasn't my local bank. This was like the bank in the next county over. So, because they had a big branch in the next county over. And I'm thinking, do I have to go down here to this bank and talk to this woman? Because this woman ain't never in. Every time I call, she's never in. So my dad was like, he looked it up. Someone write about the website. Do I know what a secure website is? Y'all, a secure website has like a lock sign. In the stroll bar, like where you see www, you'll see a little lock. If you don't see that lock or you don't see that little lock symbol show up in the stroll bar, our websites don't have them, but you might know it's a legitimate website because it might be your friend selling her t-shirts or your mama selling her pies and cakes and stuff. But if you on a website, somebody sent you, they used to be at the bottom. Now I see them at the top of the website, like at the top of the website. Like if you was to go on a computer or a tablet and actually go on the internet, because I know on a lot of phones they don't necessarily have them, but you see a little lock symbol somewhere on that website to let you know that website is a legitimate website. It's not a scammer's website. Be cautious when people doing these scams. There's an iTunes card scam going on. There's a bank scam going on. And there's money order scams still going on. And if anybody asks you to send them money overseas and you don't know them, they're going to continue asking you to send them money today pretty much then suck you dry of your money. They might have asked you for $5,000 and then they come back and tell you they need $20,000, and then when they see you can send that kind of money like that, they know how to pick people who got money. If you were a lawyer, a doctor, or even a YouTuber, they already know that a lot of YouTubers make good money. You know, that some YouTubers make big money. Like, hey, y'all. Hey. I'm just here today because I've been hearing some things going on in the YouTube world. Oh, y'all see my big comforter in the way that my hairbrush, y'all. But I just wanted to come and speak on something because I've been hearing a lot going on in this world about people getting wrongfully accused of doing things they didn't do and they almost going to jail. Well, my situation wasn't like that per se, but I wanted to speak on how I almost went to jail. And what had happened was, y'all know, y'all might get these strange emails, or sometimes y'all might not think it's strange, because if you out here job hunting and you looking for a job at any given point of time, you might think it's just somebody emailing you from a job website like Google. I mean, not Google. At one point in time, it was Yahoo, Hotmail. I mean, Hot Jobs. Snag a Job. It's all these job websites out here that jobs can post on to put jobs up there. Now, I have seen a post on a job and it fit the description or the same thing I'm finna discuss. Well, y'all, it was about 2005 and I got this email saying that if I was interested, if I was still looking and interested in working, he had a job for me. And I didn't pay attention because I didn't think about it. I didn't pay attention to the fact that he was a foreign person from a foreign country because I had never seen anything like this before, I had never heard any negative things about it before. I mean, it probably had been things going on, but I never heard of it. So, he went and was explaining what I would be doing. He said that he had an international business that when you send money to his country, they charge people to send money to his country, and a lot of his clients didn't want to pay the fees that it costs to send money to his country, because anybody knows when you send anything from the United States to overseas, it do cost more. It do. Like, I done heard some people who send stuff to people all the time, and they was like, well, if you're willing to pay the hundred and some dollar fees, or you're willing to pay the this, the that it's going to cost the center, like something that might cost us $8, it's probably going to cost them $30, $40, $50 to send something that costs $8 for us to send it. Like something that costs me $20 to send might cost them $100 to send. So I knew that much. So I just was skeptical about things. So I was like, can you send me your business website to see what kind of business you have, what do you do? And so he came up with this bogus fabric website where you could go on there and order fabric, and he had it where you could apply for the same job, not knowing that he set that website up so that when I go to it, I could be able to see it. Now, the website was so hard to get to come up, but it came up because it was so hard to find. Like when you put the website in, it wouldn't just go straight to it. You had to basically, like, at that time, Google wasn't as popular as it is now. It was more of Yahoo. So I went on Yahoo and I Googled it, and it came up. But it wasn't like a whole lot of description came up for it. But because he had a website and it looks legit, I'm thinking, okay, he a legitimate company. He got a small little business that he worked with people to send them, you know, his little African fabrics or whatever. So I'm thinking it's probably some of his African friends and family members who just don't want to pay the fees. So the way he described it, I would get the money and I cash him and send him the money, but I use some of the money to pay for the fees to send the money to him. Now, y'all, I'm young at the time, been out of high school like 2 years at this point, and I just don't know. I don't know. I didn't talk to anybody about it. I did mention to a friend that had done it. I had mentioned to another friend I had done it, but they had never heard of anybody being scammed or anything. So what had happened is I went ahead and signed up for the job or whatever, or what's supposed to be a job. And about a month later or so, they finally sent me the money orders. I get 2 sets of money orders that was supposed to go to 2 separate people. That seems weird to me, but I didn't question it. Then I held on to the smaller amount. No, I held on to the bigger amount of money. I sent the smaller amount of money, but I held on to the bigger amount. Like they sent me $4,000 some one day, and then they sent me $5,000 one time, because it came out to be like $9,000. So No, I think it was 3,000 and some dollars one time, and then it was like 4,000 and something dollars the next time. But each, when you add it up, it was like nine. When you add up the money, it came up to be like $9,000 altogether. Because it was and some, so the and some made it be $9,000. What I want to say is, the worst mistake of my life. The worst. This man was calling me on the phone. He was like, Miss Smith, I haven't received my money. Where my money at? I need my money. I was like, well, the bank has to hold on to it. I'm trying to hold on to the money from the get-go. Hadn't even put none of the money orders to the bank or nothing. I'm trying to hold on to the money so that I could see if there was a fallback, something was gonna happen. Because my friend mother had mentioned to me that her friend was working at the post office. She stole some money orders, and when the post office backtracked those money orders, she tried to cash them, and when